Hey everybody, it's Jay here from Replay Republic, and today I'm going to play some Ur Quan Masters, but I'm going to play the story. I'm inspired by this Wikipedia homepage entry that mentioned the Ur Quan Masters, an open source remake of the 1992 science fiction game Star Control 2, has been listed several times as one of the best free PC games ever. I mean, that's cool. And I still think that it's kind of underappreciated, especially among people who weren't playing games at the time of the original release of Star Control 2 back in 92. So, my thinking is let's play it. New game. And we'll have to play the opening cinematic, otherwise, you'll have no idea what's going on. Love that drum. Created by Fred Ford and Paul Ritchie. Yeah. There were many great battles. Earth and her partners in the Alliance of Free Stars against the evil Ur Quan and its hierarchy of battle thralls. And the Ur Quan were winning. Meanwhile, on the edge of the known frontier, an amazing discovery was made. Far beneath the surface of an unexplored alien world, a huge underground city filled with the technological wonders of an advanced alien race, the Precursors, who vanished 1,000 centuries ago. But then the main Ur Quan fleet broke through the Alliance's defensive line, isolating the planet, stranding the scientists 100 light-years away from Earth. They waited hopefully for a rescue vessel, which never came. "20 years have passed. We, the survivors of the research mission, have colonized this world. We continued our investigation of the underground city, and we have discovered its purpose. It is a factory. A factory for building starships. Yeah. But there aren't enough materials to make a complete vessel. We can finish only the skeleton of one starship. That's a heck of a skeleton. But that must be enough. Because you must captain the vessel and return to Earth. To travel the great distance, you must push through into hyperspace. Find out what has happened over these many years. Tell Earth of our plight. And if the war with the Ur Quan still rages, fight for Earth and the Alliance as well as you can. Alright. And now, we set our captain name and our starship name. So, what shall our captain be called? Okay, I'm gonna call my captain Jaybert. And the starship shall be the what's it, the Alliance that we're fighting for? Well, I was gonna say that it could be the USS something, but we're fighting for the Alliance, so the Alliance starts with an A, so I'm gonna abandon that line of thought. and say that we are we're just going to call the ship the Republic. Nice. And that's it. So now, it appears that we are looking at... Oh, there we are at the top. We have Sol, and the coordinates for Sol, 175.2, 145.0. And let's go. Navigate. There's a starship, and we see the planets spinning and orbiting nicely. See Mars moving there. Yeah, that's Earth. That's not good.
Attention, interloper. Heed this recorded message. This drone vessel speaks with the voice and authority of the Ur Quan. You are trespassing within Ur Quan space. This world, Earth, may not be approached for any reason, nor will hostilities against our orbital platform be tolerated. In addition, your ship does not respond to standard hierarchy identification transmissions, and is therefore deemed to be independent. This is not permissible. Only subservience shall be tolerated. This drone now leaves to inform the Ur Quan of your transgressions. You are commanded to remain here and await the arrival of the Ur Quan.
No. No, 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 no.
Will be
No,
punished.
no, no, no. No, no, no. I am not waiting for more of this guy to show up. That's bad. Okay, they did mention orbital platform, so let's... I don't know. We're like almost out of fuel. We made it to Earth.
Attention, unidentified space vessel. I am Starbase Commander Hayes of the slave planet Earth.
Slave planet.
Extremely weak. Situation critical. Energy cores exhausted. Scanners and deep radar are non-functional.
So you don't know who I am.
We cannot identify your vessel.
Right.
Are you the scheduled hierarchy resupply ship? Repeat. Are you the resupply vessel?
So if we are the resupply vessel, then maybe we won't get our butts kicked by the Ur Quan flying in shortly, I guess. Yes. Yes.
Well, it's about damn time. In the field agreement, the Ur Quan promised that this station would be resupplied at least every 5 years, and it's been over 8 since we saw you. If you had arrived a few weeks later, there wouldn't be anyone alive on this station. Never mind. Just begin your transfer of materials immediately, starting with the radioactives.
I don't have any radioactives.
What? What kind of idiot thinks we out here without replacements for our energy cores? It's amazing we've kept our generators online for as long as we have. Look, we better get those radioactives right away, or all the other supplies are pretty damn pointless, since we'll all be too dead to use them.
Right. Where can we find those?
The fastest way to get radioactives in this system would be to land on Mercury and scour the surface for deposits of radioactive elements. But be careful. Mercury is a pretty inhospitable place. Watch out for earthquakes and those high temperature areas. Thanks, I'll make sure to mention this the next time I talk with our masters. I'm sure they will reward you.
Uh-huh. This is a bad day. Having a bad day. So we go to Earth for help, and Earth has a slave shield on it, and there's a space station that is outside of Earth that hasn't been resupplied in 8 years. There's a drone that's telling us we're gonna get our butts kicked by the Ur Quan, who I guess won the war, and we've got to land on a really dangerous planet to get radioactives to save the lives of the last humans that we can probably talk to, except we don't even know which side they're on. Okay. So we'll scan for minerals. Energy, nothing here. Biologicals on Mercury, well, no surprise. There is a deposit of radioactives right here, but we may have to leave the surface in a hurry. We were warned that it's dangerous down here. You can see some earthquakes and hot spots. Alright, so we got some radioactives, and it looks like we lost a crew member there. Now we've gone from 50 to 49 crew members. The bad day continues. Alright, so let's navigate. We have some radioactives. Let's get back to Earth with those. Hopefully in time to save some lives. I don't know how many people are even on that station. It looked pretty sketchy there. Back to Earth. Venus looks nice though. Somebody terraformed that into a garden world? It looks all green.
Did you find any radioactive elements for our power cores?
Yeah, I hope it's enough. But I don't know, are they dangerous? Or we help you require certain information?
I couldn't quite make it out, Captain. Could you please repeat?
Okay. So let's just give them the radioactives then.
Initiating transfer of radioactive captain.
They're gonna figure this out pretty quickly.
Engineers can refit the energy cores.
Yeah.
There, that's much better. Power ratings are climbing. Life support is coming back into the green. Deep radar systems and sensors are now online, and I can scan your vessel. What the hell kind of ship is that? Just who are you, Captain?
I think I'm the one answering the asking questions here. Hayes.
Okay, what do you want to know? Ur Quan slave law requires that we maintain an orbital space platform to assist hierarchy vessels which are in need of repairs or fuel. Since the shield around the Earth cuts us off completely from the planet, we're dependent on the Ur Quan resupply ships for our non-renewable resources.
Yep.
The resupply vessels are supposed to arrive every 5 years, at which time the Ur Quan somehow penetrate the shield and exchange those of us up here with replacement personnel from the surface.
Well, I have bad news for you. I have no idea how to get through that shield. Oh look, it's Lake Michigan. Over his right shoulder. Yeah, what's that strange red glow? I think I know what that is.
When the Alliance lost the war, the Ur Quan gave Earth a single choice. Join the hierarchy as battle thralls and fight for the Ur Quan to enslave other sentient species, or become fallow slaves and be forever imprisoned on a single world encased in an impenetrable energy shield here on Earth. We choose not to fight for the Ur Quan.
A little surprising, actually. So, yeah,
Soon after the Earth accepted the Ur Quan's oath of fealty, they departed, leaving behind a battle group of Spathi and Ilrath ships based on the moon.
On the moon, you say? Commander, what was that red fast-moving object in orbit around Earth?
That was the Ur Quan security drone. It keeps an eye on us. Captain, what happened to the spy drone?
I meant a different red thing. Never mind.
Ur Quan, Captain, we're both in deep trouble.
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna fess up now. I am Captain Jaybert of the Starship Republic. We are the survivors of a Star Control science research team to the Vela Star System. Vela Star System.
Star Control science mission, huh? Captain, I served as a Star Control officer during the war aboard several cruisers in the Corward Front. And if there'd been any scientific mission to Vela, I would have heard about it.
I don't think he would have, Captain.
You know, come to think of it, there were some rumors that Corridor 9, the Special Operations Division of Star Control, was directing some hush-hush operation near Androsynth Space. The Vela Star System, yes, that would be the right direction. So, Captain, if you say it's true, how do you explain that huge alien starship you're flying?
Huge.
Why are you here? What do you want from us?
Well, we have returned to Earth to give you the technological secrets of the precursors and help you fight the hierarchy?
Fight the Ur Quan. Win back our freedom. I remember having such thoughts myself once, long time ago. That was in the first years after the defeat, when it was still terrifying to look up and see the bloody glow of the pulsating slave shield overhead.
Uh-huh.
Though day and night we gazed up at the impenetrable wall as though the sheer power of our hatred would pull it down. But over the years I spent so much of my time struggling, down on the surface, under the shield, and then later up here trying to keep the station alive, that I'd forgotten what it means to be free, to hate our Ur Quan Masters. And now here you are, in an alien ship of unknown power, offering me your assistance to fight against the hierarchy again after all these years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Captain, your offer is intriguing. It's tempting to think that with your advanced precursor technology, we can somehow crack the Earth's slave shield and reassemble the Alliance to attack the hierarchy. And this time, win the damn war.
I don't have any shield
Consider
cracker,
the consequences if you should fail.
Yeah.
The Ur Quan won't just punish us here on the station, they'll exact a gruesome retribution on the surface below as well. Before I commit this station to helping you attack the Ur Quan and accepting the risk of annihilation if we are defeated, I have to make sure that you and your ship have what it takes to oppose the hierarchy.
Okay.
I'll make you a deal.
Okay.
If you can eliminate the alien base on the moon and get rid of that threat at least, I will seriously consider your offer.
What details can you give us about this base on the moon?
After the Ur Quan erected the slave shield around the Earth and established this space station, they decided to leave a contingent of combat ships close to the Earth to keep watch on our planet and confirm that they were obeying the Ur Quan slave laws.
This is not
I'm
good.
certain they're still out there on the surface of the moon because we can pick up a constant stream of alien broadcasts.
I mean, I could have you repeat that, but we shall go now and neutralize the base.
Be careful, Captain. There are probably a dozen Spathi eluders and Ilrath Avengers down there on the lunar surface. I don't know why they haven't come after you yet, but when they do, you'd better have your weapons armed and your thrusters burning hot.
I don't know if you noticed, but I don't have a lot of weapons or thrusters. This ship turns like a 1971 Cadillac Eldorado. Yeah. All right, so this is the moon. We've approached it. We haven't been attacked yet. What do we have? We have a few minerals, a little bit of, energy and biological. Okay, that's weird. Biological is a surprise for the moon, although if there's Spathi and Ilrath down there, I don't know, wandering around. I guess I'll send the lander down, and we'll see what's down there. Okay, it's a robot of some kind. Well, that didn't do anything. I mean, it did blow up, but it didn't really do anything. Could just avoid that, I guess. Pick up some iron, and there's a base. Okay, like Jimmy opened the door here or something? Report from surface. We have discovered an alien base and have explored its interior. The installation must have been abandoned many years ago. Okay, but great care has been taken to make it appear active. Life support systems are functioning, fusion generators are at full output, and robotic construction vehicles, yes, have been programmed to roam the lunar surface, bulldozing moon dust into random piles. In addition, we have found the installation's hyperwave locked in transmit mode, endlessly playing the same alien recording, although we cannot translate the message. Our Xenotech Anson Rigby believes the message is some kind of alert or mayday broadcast. Okay, the base is filled with useful materials and equipment. We will scavenge as much as we can and bring it aboard immediately. End of report. So we have a base that's broadcasting a mayday, but is set to appear like it's occupied. We have resupply ships that are 3 years late. We have a non-existent battle group here. It's pretty weird, isn't it? Things are not as they are supposed to be. Let us return to the starbase and report in. I don't know if this counts as having fulfilled the deal from Starbase Commander Hayes.
Have you dealt with the base yet?
Well, I don't know. We found the base, but it was abandoned years ago.
I'll be
Sure.
darned. All these years we've been listening to their incoherent broadcast, and we never even guessed. Captain, listen closely. Long-range sensors show a ship closing on this station fast. Our computer identifies it as Ilrath, Avenger class. I think you've got a fight on your hands, Captain. Your best bet is to wait until you have point-blank range. Captain, it's jamming our signal.
By the fetid breath of the Dark Twin Kazon, a human and an alien starship. How fascinating. When I intercepted that Ur Quan drone and learned that an unidentified starship had approached Earth, I never expected to find such a remarkable vehicle in the hands of a human. Humans are prey animals, weak and helpless. But here is a human in an armed starship, and therefore in direct violation of the oath of fealty. I am sure our masters, the Ur Quan, will punish Earth most severely for this treachery when I present them with the twisted wreckage of your ship and your many charred corpses.
Ah, a moment of parley. Let's see. So I could try to reason with it. I don't think so. Demand surrender. Belligerent statement. Where the hell did you come from? That actually could get us some information. Where the hell did you come from?
Be dead. I will gladly explain. We have spent many years gleefully preying on the Pakunk.
Ur
They
Pakunk.
are a pitiful, easily killed species. And we would have continued in this divine worship of Dogar and Kazon, but we required additional crew members and repairs to our cloaking device.
Okay.
So we departed the Jiglass constellation and
Jiglass.
set course for home. But before we had reached our region of space, we detected the passage of a nearby vessel, the Ur Quan drone. It informed us about you, so here we are. And now, you die.
Okay, so he said they needed extra crew and repairs to their cloaking device. That's good. Hopefully that means that they're understaffed and have no cloaking device. We also learned that they are preying on a species called Pakunk in the Jiglass constellation, so potential ally, I guess. Now let's get in here. I don't think I'm going to send the flagship in. We have a Earthling cruiser. Let's try to use it. Yeah, no cloaking device on that ship. Oh, let's run away. Yeah. Heck yeah.
What a beautiful sight, Captain. I haven't seen an Avenger blown away like that since the battle in Draco.
Thanks.
I guess you've shown that you can handle yourself in battle, Captain.
Oh, yeah.
So my last reservation about helping you has been dissolved. I will commit this station to helping free Earth and defeat the Ur Quan. We may get our atoms rearranged in the process, but by God, Captain, we're going to try. So the obvious first step is to get the precursor equipment and software over here so that we can make it work with our ship repair fabricators.
Yeah.
But then what, Captain?
Then... Let's see. So we can be blustery, we can be mysterious, or we can be rational. Okay, we will slowly build our strength, unify an allied Starfleet, and bring the Ur Quan to their knee equivalents.
A sensible plan, Captain. Let's get to work. Good luck. By the way, Captain, I think we need a name for this new alliance we're going to forge. And since it was your idea, it's only fair that you get the honor of naming it. So, what will it be?
Did you say New Alliance? New Alliance! The Empire of Jaybird? The New Alliance. You said New Alliance. Let's go with New Alliance.
Okay, that sounds pretty inspiring. So be it. The New Alliance of Free Stars. Now, Captain, I expect the configuration process for the starbase to take at least 2 weeks, so let's get to work.
All right. 2 weeks.
I have good news to report, Captain. We have successfully integrated the precursor technology from your ship into our fabricator system, and as you can see, we've already begun minor repairs on your ship, patching up some of the micrometeorite holes. We noticed that your ship does not have an emergency warp escape unit, so our engineers rigged up some for you and each of your escorts.
Good.
Now, you should be able to escape from a bad situation with the touch of a button. But there is a cost, however. The unit gulps up 5 fuel units each time your precursor ship uses it. Also, we now have a limited capacity to make modifications to your ship, to refine starship fuel, to build additional combat ships, and to train new members of your crew for the flagship and any ships you acquire for your fleet. Captain, I know you're eager to get to work, so I'll be brief.
Good.
If you have any questions how this starbase works, what resources we need, or just some background information on the galaxy, don't hesitate to ask.
Okay. Commander, I have minerals to offload.
The more minerals you bring us, Captain, the faster we'll be able to tackle the Ur Quan.
Yeah, well, I didn't say I had a lot of minerals. Well, I don't want to spend too much time looking for background information. We can ask a couple of questions while we're here, though, right?
Certainly, Captain. What do you need to know?
Let's talk about the starbase for this round. Would you elaborate on your facilities here at the starbase?
We can modify your precursor ship, build additional combat vessels, and supply you with fuel and crew.
What can you do to enhance and modify the Republic?
Our engineers and precursor specialists agree with the scientists from your world that your starship was designed to be a workhorse vehicle, which can be easily reconfigured for different missions by adding or swapping self-contained equipment packs, which we call modules. The modules we can build right now are thruster units, which make your ship move faster, attitude jets, which allow you to rotate the ship more quickly,
I need
crew
those.
pods, which provide life support facilities for up to 50 additional crew members, storage bays, which increase your ship's cargo capacity for mineral resources, fuel tanks, which hold an additional 50 units of fuel, dynamos, which feed energy into your combat energy batteries, improving your weapon's rate of fire.
I have weapons.
And last but not least, ion bolt guns, combat weaponry, the exact function of which depends on its location aboard the ship. When put in the first or front module slot, it fires a single shot forward.
All right.
When put in the second slot, it fires 2 shots, spread to the left and right of center. When put in the third slot, it fires 2 shots directly, left and right. And when put in the last or rear slot, it fires a single shot straight backwards.
That's a lot of flexibility. Although firing shots at, angles from the front sounds... Well, I don't know. Maybe we turn this thing into a shotgun. How will I get fuel for the Republic?
This base is designed to service hierarchy ships. Fortunately, your flagship uses the same stabilized antimatter technology as hierarchy vessels and will be able to synthesize what you need. However, due to the size of your ship, we'll have to produce vast quantities of fuel, which will be a substantial drain on our resources.
A 100,000-year-old starship design uses the same type of fuel as modern ships. That's awfully convenient. How can I assemble a fleet of fighting ships?
Our shipyard facilities are sophisticated and fully automated, permitting a handful of starbase personnel to do the same job as 500 vac-suited construction workers.
So why would you even mention that?
The designs that we had in our computers were incomplete hierarchy ship designs. Things looked grim until one of the officers came forward with an amazing story. Even though the Ur Quan destroyed every Earthling cruiser in the fleet nearly 20 years ago, one of my maintenance engineers was a starship production assistant at the Detroit shipyard. When Earth was conquered, she was ordered to destroy all ship construction databases. But she secretly made copies of the blueprint discs and then kept them with her ever since.
Nice.
These discs contain all the data we need to build as many Earthling cruisers as you want, provided you, Captain, can supply the large amounts of mineral resources required to build those vessels. In theory, Captain, we could build alien starships here if we had designs for them. However, it's a well-known fact that alien vessels just can't be flown in combat without native starship captains at the helm.
So how is it that I am able to fly a precursor ship, but Earthlings can't fly alien ships from the same era? That's very strange. Sure. How will we acquire additional personnel for
We
my
have
ship?
almost 2,000 highly motivated, skilled professionals aboard this starbase, and every single one of them wants a berth aboard your starship.
Welcome aboard.
However, each hand we lose to your ship means less manpower here at the starbase. And this is reflected in the crew RU cost. As long as you don't lose too many crew members to combat or planet exploration, the RU cost will remain static. But we have only so many warm bodies on this starbase, and if your needs for crew grow beyond a certain point, the cost could increase dramatically.
Can you put some of those warm bodies together to make more warm bodies? It probably wouldn't matter in the time we have available. Would you please explain your resource allocation system?
As you know, Captain, we've committed the entire output of this station to building your flagship and your battle fleet into the strongest force possible.
Great idea.
However, our resources are very limited, and we feel you must decide how we are to spend our effort and material.
I'm okay with
To
that.
aid you in making these decisions, we have implemented a resource allocation scheme.
Okay.
We provide you with a numerical assessment of the station's resources and ascribe a cost to each task we can perform and each device we can build.
So,
It's up to you to decide
money?
how you're going to spend your resource units, or RU as we call them.
Oh,
To
are
acquire
you serious?
more RU, you must bring resources back to the starbase. These resources can be either in the form of mineral ores gathered from planet surfaces or already refined metals and other valuable materials from the wreckage of enemy starships.
What kind of resources are most useful to our mission?
The most straightforward way you can accumulate resource units is to bring mineral ores back to this starbase. There are probably enough resources in just the nearby dozen stars to build your ship into a powerful battleship or to create a strong task force of combat vessels.
Why not
I
both?
would also recommend that you build several additional storage bays.
Okay.
When gathering minerals, focus on cleaning out one star system at a time. This way, you minimize the cost of travel through hyperspace.
What use are our planet landers' sophisticated lifeform analysis features?
While I respect your search for abstract knowledge, frankly, Captain, in our present circumstances, I see little use for such data here. Perhaps you could make use of biological information elsewhere.
Elsewhere? Alright, you've answered my questions on this topic.
What else can I tell you?
Let's see. I would like some historical data. I'll wait on that. I would like your input on how we can defeat the Ur Quan.
Can you
Sure.
be more specific?
Where can I find the most useful, plentiful mineral resources? That's an excellent
If
question.
you have the patience, I would recommend you spend several months or even a year gathering mineral resources.
Okay.
You can find such minerals on almost any planet's surface, but the
Good.
quality and density will vary depending upon the type of planet you're on. Base
Tell me
metals
more.
are probably the most common materials you'll find, but they aren't particularly valuable. You can find rarer precious and radioactive elements on metal-rich worlds such as Mercury.
Notice that,
An old
yeah.
miner once told me that you could tell the relative quality of a planet's minerals based on the planet's color as seen from space. Remember the
Okay.
color sequence from good to bad?
Here we
The
go.
miner had a mnemonic that went something like, very young orangutan could grow bananas perhaps rather well. It is also the case that mineral yields will be better at hotter stars. Temperature is related to the size and color of a star. Red stars are the coolest, then orange, yellow, green, blue, and the hottest stars are white.
Alright, so aside from my pen here, let's review that. So he said, very young orangutans could grow bananas perhaps rather well. So that sounds like we have violet, yellow, orange, C, G, green, blue, P's for purple, I think. Telling apart purple and violet would be interesting. R for red, and W for white. And C, what color is C? Cobalt? Cyan? Probably cyan. And then red stars are the coolest. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, white. Okay, interesting. Green stars. So those don't actually exist. So from this list, you would expect that... hold on, one more time. From good to bad. So violet is the best color of planet, and white is the best color of star, I guess, in terms of temperature. Mineral yields will be better at hotter stars. So a white star with a violet planet would be the mother lode, right? However, if the temperature's higher, we might have to deal with hotspots. I don't know. How should I deal with aliens we meet in space? Sure.
That all depends on whom you meet, doesn't it, Captain? Well, in all seriousness, if you encounter the Ilrath, Vux, Androsynth, or other hierarchy battle thralls, I wouldn't hold out much hope for a peaceful encounter.
Shoot him,
So
got
if
it.
you feel you have the advantage, attack.
Got it.
The resources you will scavenge from the enemy's wreckage are well worth the effort.
All right.
If you can find Alliance races who are in a position to help us, then you must convince them to join with us.
Yeah.
Their assistance may be crucial to our success.
Got it. And, sure, let's ask for advice. If you were in my shoes, what would you do now? And then that'll be the last question.
You need to build up and balance the strength of your flagship.
Yeah.
I would add thrusters up to, say, 5 or 6. Speed
Okay.
is essential in combat, but it would also pay off over the long haul in hyperspace. And if you prefer to avoid confrontation, nothing beats a great pair of legs. I would add
good to
turning
know,
jets for increased
Commander.
maneuverability. I would add enough weapons to defend yourself if you're caught without escort ships. You need more crew, at least 50 to make productive voyages into space. You need additional fuel, at least 50 units. Your weapons will be underpowered in combat if you don't have at least 1 dynamo. I guess I'd gather more minerals to build up a good supply of resource units.
That's a lot. All right. I'm not going to ask about the Ur Quan for now. I'm going to run. I've learned what I need to know about this subject
What
for
else
now.
can I tell you?
Nothing. I do not require additional information for
Fine.
now.
Is there anything else you need?
Goodbye, Commander.
Blow up an Ur Quan for me, Captain.
Not likely, Captain. Or Commander. Keep calling you Captain. Let's... I think we go to the shipyard for crew. And so we want to add some crew to our flagship. There. We've topped up our one poor sadly departed crewmate who died on Mercury. Outfit our starship. So we need fuel for sure. Let's top that up. We don't have a whole lot left in terms of RU after that, so we want to avoid combat to start with, maybe? Antimatter thruster costs 500 units. Sure, we can top up to 5 thrusters. That's not bad. Alright, I'm gonna save my game here. First deployment. Sure, sounds good. Note that I used a similar scheme last time I played this. So let's get going. So we're supposed to explore the nearby dozen or so star systems. I mean, Sol is a star system. We could do that. Hopefully we can get enough minerals to be better set up for our next mission. Mars looks like a good place to start. Happens to be close by. I think it's fairly safe planet, right? Yeah, there's Mars. Minerals. We got some minerals. Common, but those are okay. Dispatch. Alright, let's go pick up some stuff from Mars. Okay. Fill the bay. Potassium, aluminum. If I go off the edge of the screen on the right, I assume I'll come back on the left. Very good. Pick up some aluminum. Potassium, potassium. Alright, so we got half a lander load there. That's not too great. However, no fatalities, which is always a good expedition. And we got the lander back. That's nice. Hopefully we can carry spares of those later on. I did see some other colors of stuff on Mercury, but don't want to kind of fly off into the unknown here. We have more forward thrusters than we have turning jets right now, which makes this thing somewhat hard to steer. Alright, so we noticed that there were earthquakes in hotspots last time. Yeah. So we could pick up some of this sort of gold-colored stuff. But if it gets too nasty down there, I'm gonna bail out. Silver? Silver's good. Okay, sort of able to run away. You can see where the earthquakes are about to form. That part's okay. So it's pretty okay as long as we're moving. How's our hold doing? It's okay. Alright, so we got all the what looked like silver and gold stuff from down there. That's probably some kind of precious mineral type. And the hold is full, so good stuff. Alright. Actually, we could probably pick up the rest of the stuff from the surface. Let's see. Alright. Vanadium, avoid that earthquake. Watch out for that flare that seems to be chasing me a little bit. Okay. Cleared out the surface. Good stuff. So our fuel is a little lower than it was. Still doing alright. Lots of fuel. I suspect there's going to be no good reason to go to Venus, but we could check. I mean, Venus is known to be climactically challenging even today, right? So let's check it out. But I don't think we're going to be able to land here. Venus. So that's not the color that I expect Venus to be. Venus. 457 degrees. Class 8 lightning bolt, I think is weather. I mean, the minerals down there are not all that valuable, I don't think. If we look at the manifest, so yeah, those kind of cyan deposits have a value of 1. Red has a value of 2, we didn't see any of those. And then the commons have value of 3, and we didn't see anything else. It was just cyan and commons, so not worth going down there. Not worth it. Let's explore the rest of the star system. We have lots of space in our cargo hold so far. The inner star system. It's all blazing away there. Jupiter. I mean, it's a gas giant. But let's check it out. Can't land on its surface, but... moons. Great. Okay. So the innermost moon of... major moon of Jupiter is... Io, right? Yes, it is. Which has class 4 tectonics, a little more challenging than Mercury. But minus 163, no flares. Let's see if we can... Oh! Look at those radioactives. You know, it's really tempting to go down there. Let's try it. And then if we have to go home in a hurry, I've got my hands on the bailout button. Yep, lots of earthquakes here. That's in line with our scientific understanding. Yeah, I've almost filled the cargo hold already. That's amazing. Okay, cool. So let's try... I don't know, let's try gathering more from over here. We still have to be really careful, though, just because the first one went... Well, oh, we just about landed on that earthquake. Yikes. Alright. Alright, let's drive around those ones. Watch for the hold to be full. Yeah, it's pretty much full there. Okay, we'll bail out again. Cool, though. Getting lots of radioactives. Why didn't he send me to Io? Why'd you send me to Mercury? Oh, Commander Hayes. I don't understand you sometimes. Okay, watch out for earthquakes. There's another big blob of radioactives here. Fantastic. I'd expect to find, like, lots of sulfur on Io, right? That's what the volcanoes are belching. Anyway, cool. Lots of radioactives. And, yeah, that was fantastically productive. So let's check the next moon here. Oh, and the planet is moving away. What is this one? It is... Europa. I thought Europa was like a white ice world. Alright, well, we'll scan it anyway. So we've got some corrosive, a little bit of radioactive. Looks cold. No... well, class 2 tectonics. I don't know what that means. We'll see. Class 4 was manageable. So we'll see what class 2 is. So far so good. Astatine? I've never known actually how you pronounce that. Astatine? Astatine? Anyway, it's radioactive. Let's get it. And there's more. And then okay, so we've got all the radioactives from the surface. Everything that's left is that red. That looks like halogens. Iodine, bromine, fluorine. Oh, we're full up. Okay. Should we go back there for more halogens? Let's see. Fuel use 0.3. And when we added fuel back at the starbase, I think it was 20 RU per fuel. So a third of 20 roughly. I think it's worthwhile to go down for more. Pick up some fluorine. Oh yeah, we paid for it already. Great. That was worth 26 RU. Alright, let's just clean this out. All these worlds are yours. Save Europa. Attempt no landings here. I think that's from Arthur C. Clarke novel. 2061 or 2000. I don't know. There was one of those 2001 series, I think. Navigate. Yeah. So was this Ganymede or Callisto? I think this is Ganymede. Big green. Ganymede. Nice. Okay, so that last one was class 2 tectonics. This one's class 1, so presumably it's even safer. Although, man, there's just one big deposit of common down there. I guess it's still worthwhile. Not much reason to go down here, but we'll collect it. 16. Right, so that's 16 RU. We spent, 7 to get down there, 6, so that's okay. That's okay, but we won't make a habit of that kind of stuff if we're not in the Sol star system. Because if that's using fuel that we could use to get to a star system that has better planets, that seems like a bad trade. Scan. Callisto. Cool, looks safe to land on. Nothing. Bupkis. Alright. So that was a purple planet, was it? Interesting. What color was Io? Was it? It looked like it was orange. So that's kind of in line with what we've heard. We haven't really explored a yellow planet yet. Let's go to Saturn. Hopefully it has some moons with stuff we want to scoop up. Alright. Oh, this thing handles like a pig. It's all straight line acceleration. It's like a charger. Okay, that's greenish blue. I don't know what color that is. Is that cyan or green? Titan. Class 3 weather. Just highlighted yellow. Class 2 tectonics, which is, as we know now, nothing to worry about too much. We've got some common down there. I don't know, should we go down there? Let's try it. Oh, lightning. Okay. I'd say if we get one hit by lightning, then we're out of here. Okay. So far, nothing too close to us. Right. Ah! Well. I don't know, was that greed? We were just trying to clear out the surface. There was no way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, crew. Sorry. Well, it's only 2. And they did say they wanted to leave the starbase and join my crew, right? Commander Hayes said, everyone is dying to join your crew. Was that prophetic? That sounds a little bit prophetic. Foreshadowy. Let's go to... What's after Saturn? What's after Saturn? It's the planet Uranus. Well, okay. Some people say we don't pronounce it that way. We pronounce it Uranus. But, I mean, then we're just exchanging... I mean, that's not a whole lot better if you really think about it. Uranus. Okay. So I'm scanning a gas giant. I didn't do that with Jupiter and Saturn. But Hayes did say, well, we're going to get resources with our lander, so I don't think there's any reason to keep doing that. What about Neptune? Neptune has a big moon, right? Neptune has Titan. Or is that Triton? Yeah, Titan is at Saturn. Triton is at Neptune, I think. Triton. Cool. What do we have? We have some minerals. We have, looks like, safe conditions. Let's get down there and get some commons, or some base metals and a common. Oh, and our hold is almost full by the looks of it. Oh, so luckily for us that was only 1-7. Looks like just kind of traces of minerals down here. So we'll just grab all of the common, or all the base metals first, and then we'll leave that common because I don't know if we're gonna have room for it. Okay, titanium. Titanium not worth too much, huh? Okay. All right, so we're full. There's some more down there, but our hold is full. So let's go back to Earth. We just finished Neptune, so we can go back to Earth, unload the stuff at the starbase, then we'll maybe stop in at Pluto on our way out of the system. Sounds reasonable. There's starbase and the moon, and they're busily orbiting planet Earth. All right, starbase commander.
Greetings, Captain. I'm ready to assist you. By
Great.
the way, I thought you should know, our deep space monitoring team has detected faint alien signals coming from Uranus or somewhere in that general direction. The emanations are definitely being generated from within the solar system and could represent the presence of a hierarchy spy.
Well, we were there, so let's see what else is here. All right, Commander, I have minerals to offload.
Not a bad job, Captain.
Thank you. All right, goodbye, Commander.
Open Ur Quan for me, Captain.
Not likely. Okay, so let's top up our fuel. All right, and we did run out of cargo space awfully quickly. So we'll add... So there's our existing cargo storage bay. So right next to it, I guess, we'll look for... Right, storage bay module 750. Not too bad. Okay, so we've doubled our cargo capacity. It's almost tempting to put in one more. Don't want to get too imbalanced, but I don't want to also just make tons of trips back to Earth for no reason. Well, I don't know. Let's add some more thruster modules here. Because I feel like we don't have enough. We haven't even tried to build weapons here. We haven't tried to add other ships to our fleet, so adding thrusters is a good defensive move. Yeah, I'm just gonna add another one here, and that's definitely gonna... Right, we don't have enough money for another cargo bay, nor for turning thrusters or another starship, but we have a little bit of money left. So let's go back to the shipyard and add the crew that valorously perished in our exploration of what was it? How soon we forget. I think it was anyway, doesn't matter. What moon was it? We were harvesting a moon, right? And somebody got struck by lightning. It was bad, but it was not too bad. Okay, so we've been all the way out to Neptune. We've been told that there's a spy in the solar system. We've scanned everything except for the gas giants Jupiter and Saturn. And Pluto, right? Where's Pluto? Well, Uranus is there. And he said it was from the general direction of Uranus. Maybe that was a joke. I don't know. Anyway, we haven't been to Pluto. We were going to go to Pluto. If we don't find anything at Pluto... Hierarchy spy, huh? Oh, no. We really don't want to be out here yet. Although, that's pretty cool. Let's go back home. This thing turns so slowly. Took us like 2 days to turn around. Alright, so without blundering into hyperspace, let's try again to go to Pluto. Oh boy. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, okay. Note to self, get some turning jets. This is ridiculous. Alright, Pluto. So far, okay. Scan everything here. Mineral, nothing. Energy, oh. So there's definitely an energy point down here. There's nothing else on this planet. So, okay. That is... I don't know what that is. Will you approach it? That's bad. Mayday from surface. We have come under fire from an alien vessel we found hiding on the surface of Pluto. Captain, they killed Kowalski, Fritz, Chin, O'Donnell, Luigi, and all three of the Lieberman triplets. Oh man, I'm so sorry. We've returned fire, but our stunner can't penetrate the ship's hull armor. We're initiating emergency launch procedures. Okay, enemy starship.
Attention, a big, mean, hostile alien vessel hovering overhead in an obvious attack posture. This is Spotty Captain Whistle. I know you are going to torture me, so
Yeah, maybe.
let's just get this over with right now. The coordinates of my homeworld, Spottywa, are
Okay.
241.6 by 368.7, and the ultra-secret Spotty Cipher, which is known only by me and several billion other Spotty, is Huffy, Muffy, Duffy. Sorry about that little mistake with your landing vehicle. I was so startled when it approached my vessel in a threatening manner that my automated defense systems fired on it when it got too close. I hope nobody got hurt.
Okay, so I'm mad at you, but you're a big goof. Yeah, let's be brusque. Attention alien vessel, identify yourself or be destroyed.
Of course. As I said, I am Captain Photo of the Spotty Lordship Star Runner. Our sensors have tracked your entry into the system, which you are no doubt here to conquer. And while you are certainly welcome to do so, we would be greatly appreciative if you would please just go away and forget this star system ever existed. If you don't go, it will greatly complicate our master-slave relationship with the Ur Quan, who stationed us here to watch over the Earthlings.
You're responsible for that nonsense on the moon. So we could suggest that he's gonna die. We could forgive him. Okay, well, I mean, if they're all cowards, maybe we can, like, make use of them. We understand that sometimes these tragic misunderstandings happen. We grieve, but are not bitter. Alright.
Thanks. For a minute there, I thought you were going to kill me.
Yeah, I reserve the right. So, yeah, what are you doing here on Pluto?
About 20 years ago, this region of space was dominated by a loose confederation known as the Alliance of Free Stars.
Yeah, we've heard of it.
Which was composed of the aliens native to these parts who did not want to be enslaved. They made a valiant effort against the superior Ur Quan forces. It even looked like they might miraculously defeat the combined Ur Quan armada, right up to the point at which the Ur Quan totally defeated, indeed annihilated them.
Right, but I asked you about Pluto.
When the Ur Quan Armada entered the system to subjugate formerly the Earthlings, the Ur Quan presented the humans with the standard slave options. Join the hierarchy as combat thralls and retain some autonomy, including the right to travel through space, or become a fellow species and return to free atomic savagery on the surface of their homeworld, encased for all time beneath an impenetrable force shield. The humans chose the latter option, and so were swiftly imprisoned on the surface of Earth.
I know.
But the Ur Quan didn't trust them to obey the restrictions, so they chose a small group of hierarchy combat starships from the Illite and Spartan fleets to create the so-called Earth Guard and station them at a base on Earth's moon.
I know. Tell me what you are doing on Pluto now.
Originally, we were stationed on Earth's moon, which made us spotty a bit uneasy because with each passing day we grew more and more worried about the sneaky Earthlings making a surprise attack.
Okay.
The Illiterate kept telling us that it was impossible since the Earthlings had no ships or weapons whatsoever. That made us feel a bit better, but when the Illiterate left, again we grew fearful. And
Why did they
decided to
leave?
make a strategic redeployment to Mars. Later on, we decided
didn't find
it
anything
would
on
be
Mars.
prudent to relocate to Jupiter's moon, Ganymede.
Didn't find anything
and
there
later
either.
Saturn's moon, Titan,
Yeah.
and finally here to Pluto.
So, you're the last guy here holding the bag. Alright. Yeah, what happened to the Earlrath stationed in this system?
The Illrat contingent were supposed to be the toughest ridge crest, the most rigid flipper, yes, the backbone of the Earth Guard force. But they departed the system en masse not long after the last Ur Quan dreadnought vanished from this region of space. They claimed
Okay.
to have received a direct order from their gods of evil and darkness, who had grown
Oh,
dissatisfied
boy.
with the Illrat's passivity and wanted them to kill, or at least torture someone soon. Personally, I believe they just got bored and went off to have some fun.
I see. They're not cut out for garrison duty. When do you expect the Earlrath to return? Yeah, because we don't have to deal with... If we have to deal with a bunch of starships with cloaking devices, that's not good.
Well, when they were pushing up into hyperspace 18 years ago...
18 years
we asked
ago.
them that very question, and I think they said something to the effect of... Real soon.
Oh man, that's an awesome impression. Okay. So yeah, what is happening at the base on Luna then?
We decided that if the Earthlings figured out we had abandoned the base on Luna, they
Yes.
would be more likely to try something sneaky.
That's
so
correct.
we rigged up some old service androids and ordered them to drive around on the lunar surface in bulldozers,
Yes.
endlessly pushing around the same piles of dirt.
They were still
In
doing that.
addition, we connected the base's local radio transmitter to an audio Melnorme fun rum called Winky's Happy Night. Hoping they would think we were still there.
So it wasn't a Mayday, it was a fun ROM called Winky's Happy Night. Alright. What happened to the other Spathy ships?
Over the past years, it became necessary to redeploy strategically some of our Earth-Guard forces to our homeworld in case of a sudden surprise attack by a vicious, unrelenting alien race which we Spathy call the Ultimate Evil.
I like it. Who or what is this Ultimate Evil?
As yet, the Ultimate Evil remains largely unmanifest, and its powers and exact intentions are still a bit obscure, since it lurks just outside the range of even the most sensitive long-range detectors, which we feel gives conclusive evidence as to the Ultimate Evil's nefarious intent.
So, totally not a figment of your paranoid imagination. How many crew do you have aboard? Sure.
Dozens, that is to say scores, and perhaps even hundreds of my brethren stride through the corridors of this specially modified, super-efficient, mass destruction-oriented starship, which could lay siege to an entire planetary system should we choose to do so, which, fortunately for you, we have decided not to do today.
Well, I mean, hundreds.
I am undone. You are far too clever for a poor stuffy like me, and now I must submit to your superior alien intellect.
Thank
I
you.
guess I am not revealing any truly important secrets if I tell you that each of my species' Eluder class void ships typically holds 30 stuffy crewmen.
That's pretty
Though
good.
At present, my vessel, the Star Runner, is not up to full complement
Uh-huh.
due to the needs of my homeworld in their resistance against the ultimate evil. And in fact, my vessel is somewhat understaffed right now. Seeing as how I am the only spotter on board, which is a bit frightening, as I am sure you can understand.
The galaxy teems with threatening monsters. Are you happy here? Alone and vulnerable?
How true, Captain, how true! In truth, just between us, during the past 7 years, I have been quite ill at ease, and yet now I find myself enjoying your company. This witty dialogue, and the presence of your huge, powerful, death-dealing starship, which, being my friend, you would certainly feel compelled to use in order to save me from any hostile life forms who threatened me with death.
I'm sure you would feel a lot safer if you were with us. Wait, let's ask him, just in case that ends the conversation, where are the Ur Quan now?
Our masters don't really keep us very well informed about their goings-on.
Yes.
So that all we know is that immediately after the subjugation of the last Alliance race, the Yehat, I think, the
Okay,
Earthbound
Yehat.
gathered their dreadnoughts and departed toward the edge of the galaxy, commanding us to obey the slave laws or face their wrath when they returned.
Alright. Do you know anything about any other alien races? Yes, please.
We only know bits and pieces of what happened to each race. For instance, when defeated, the Yahat
Yep.
joined the hierarchy as combat thralls.
Alright,
while
watch
the
out for them.
Cyrene chose to be slave-shielded on a
Cyrene?
planet in the Bug Squirt star system.
Bug Squirt.
No, that's not right. I forget its name. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, the Shafixti. They were utterly wiped out in a gigantic blaze of glory.
Shofixti. Yeah, what do you mean Blaze of Glory? What happened to the Shofixti?
The Shofixti were half feral, as you know, having been uplifted by the Yahat just a few decades before the start of the war.
Okay.
Given their habit of detonating those suicidal so-called glory devices in combat, it came as no particular surprise to me when, upon the arrival of the Ur Quan Primary Task Force at their homeworld, the Shofixti caused their sun to explode in a colossal supernova, destroying the entire planetary system, and not incidentally dozens of Ur Quan dreadnoughts.
Okay. I'm sure you would feel a lot safer if you were with us. Come on, Fwifo, join our fleet.
Happy days and jubilation! I discard all prejudice and hesitations and accept and celebrate your offer of protection and your undying commitment to my well-being.
Well, about
I must
that.
wax melancholy for just a moment, though. And make sure you understand that any other spotty ships we meet at large in the galaxy are not going to be quite so responsive to your friendly gestures as myself, since they bear more heavily the yoke of Ur Quan enslavement and are also apt to talk themselves out of allying with a totally unknown alien, which I, having been left here alone, cannot do. Welcome me aboard, Captain.
Okay. Hey, and there we go. There's Wiffle's ship. Alright, so we lost a lot of crew there. Maybe we can just head back quickly and pick up the crew that Fwifo tragically dispatched. I don't know though, we got a starship out of it. It's hard to... I mean, I'm sorry for the Lieberman triplets, I really am. But let's get that starship staffed up, right? He said he was alone. And so if he's got like 1 out of 30 crew on board that thing, that is not good. Right, so we'll staff up the flagship, and then we'll add crew to the Void Runner. And then I guess, oh, we'll save our game. And this is our second deployment. Here we go. Okay, so if we're gonna leave, oh, I see. So we've got spheres of influence for Spathi and Ilrath, who we know exist. And We're told that if we clean out the nearby dozen star systems here, we may be able to build a powerful battlecruiser. That's cool. We've also heard about the Yehat, the Cyrene, and Bug Squirt. I guess that's the name of their star, Bug Squirt. Wait, he said that wasn't right. So Bug Squirt. He also said Ridgecrest when he meant backbone. So Bug Squirt is the name of a star that I'm supposed to be able to figure out. So it's probably Betelgeuse. Shofixty wiped themselves out. We don't know where. The Kunk were reported to be in the Jickless constellation by the Ilrath, which should be something nearby. So if we look here, what's this? This is the Wolf constellation. Star search F6. Okay. So if we search for Jickless. Okay, so it's down here. So Kunk are being attacked by Ilrath down there. We don't really know anything else except for the Spathi, who told us that their homeworld is up here somewhere. 241.6, 241.6, 368.7, roughly. Epsilon Gruis. 241. Well, it looks like it's on Epsilon Gruis. So that looks like the Spathi homeworld. But they apparently won't ally with us, according to Wifo, if we go talk to them. Although they are afraid of an ultimate evil. So we got a lot of work to do here. We can go look for allies. We can try to save a neutral race from the Ilrath. We can try to manipulate the Spathi, who seem to be afraid of everything. Maybe our starship. So we got a lot of work to do. Let's pause it there, and we'll come back in the next episode and start exploring the universe. All right, thanks for watching. Bye for now.